Hello, Virgo. Welcome to the rest of August. What to expect next in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to take a look at who's coming towards you, what energies, and also Aries through Pisces. So if you have somebody specific on your mind, I will look at their thoughts, feelings, and any actions towards you. Plus the bonus yes, no at the end. So if you have your own question, I'll pull a card for you. And we are about to go into your season. We're starting it off with a new moon Virgo. All right, so if you want to win a personal reading, you can now say happy birthday, Virgo. You can say Leo too. We don't want to jip Leo, but you can post that under any video. Happy birthday, Virgo. So let's get going. Let's see what the cards have for you the next 2 weeks. Hello, everybody that's coming in. All right, so let's see what's coming towards you, what to expect in love, and then we'll dive in. For Virgo, what does Virgo need to know, highest? All right, you got the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, right? So hanging in there, hang on in there, keep your shit together. And the Strength card is finding a creative way, to be courageous, to approach this challenge that you might be up against. And, most of us are, here because we are dealing with the challenges, right? But the challenge here is the medicine. And it seems like you and another person will find a way, or you're going to find a way with this Strength card, right? You got the strength to do it. You have the power. And it's taking back your power too, if that's the case. We have the Knight of Pentacles right underneath there. And we're seeing your Virgo energy, all right? Nothing's going to stop you. This is telling me your hard work is going to pay off, whatever it is that you have been working towards, because something felt right. Something has got you really committed, and you want to see it through. You want to see the end game. And this is telling me in the cards today that, hang on in there, stay strong. You got this, right? This is empowerment, right? So let's see what's coming towards you in the next 2 weeks. We see the Knight of Wands. Right, so very fiery energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. We're seeing some passion, some excitement, things looking good. Things may turn out better than you can imagine with this kind of energy, because this says, I have this sense of freedom. I have this spirit. I have, this intensity. I just feel good, right? And it could be somebody coming into your life with that attitude that is really spicing things up for you. This could be new passion. It could be somebody that's on your mind saying, hey, let's go for a Harley ride across the country, right? And we have Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius energy showing up, and you have the number 8 showing up for you. That stands out to me. All right, I can't remember what you had yesterday. You had 11 and 7, but today we have the 8. So we are seeing the Knight of Wands. Let's see your current energy, what your challenge is, and your person coming towards you. So your current energy is the Emperor. All right, so you're doing what you need to do, right? Bottom line, you're confident. Even if you're faking it until you make it, you're confident. You're in charge, being responsible, taking care of business. All right, trying to find a way to just keep on playing your cards right. Your obstacle, though, the 3 of Cups. It seems like a lot of you had some disappointment in relationships. You just want a healthy, happy relationship. Maybe even for some of you, I want to make peace with somebody. I want to connect, and, I want to go on a date. I want to date this person. I mean, you do have these here are symbolizing a date coming your way. Very fun time, maybe even celebrating your birthday, because this can be your birthday card. Maybe some of you are wondering about your age, right? I'm getting old here. I'm the Emperor, and come on, where's my love? Where's the fun? Who cares about, age is just a number. And, but we are seeing that maybe some of you are, your birthday might bring up some memories, or, just feeling unhappy about, where you're at in a relationship, right? Or where you're at when it comes to relationships. And so it's hard for you, you're seeing, maybe you're connecting to people and that you don't feel supported. Maybe you're the one that's always in charge, taking control of everything, and you just feel like you're the only one on the team that's putting in all the effort. So let's see the person coming towards you and their challenge. I have the Tower card, right? So you got somebody who's a little bit unstable here. And we're seeing Four of Pentacles. But the good news is, it's like we've come this far. I want to build something. So you are dealing with somebody that, might be, their responses to you unexpected. Maybe you going through a breakup. Maybe there's been an argument happening. This person, it just seems like, things don't always seem grounded. They seem rocky. But what this tells me is that you have a foundation with this person. So if you've just recently gone through a challenge, an upheaval, unexpected turn of events, right? It's knocking down all the bullshit. It's like maybe we were trying to build a relationship on fakeness, right? We're trying to be real with one another, and we say something, we make each other mad. Well, that's how we get to know each other. We need honesty. We need to be able to say what's on our mind, not try and hide anything. Because it looks like your person, may have exploded, may have said something, may have gotten angry or triggered or upset. Right. And it looks like, this is, I want to build a foundation, though I'm still here. We've come this far. The obstacle, though, is stability. This person might not like things to change, or might not, want to be told to make things change or to move. They want to do things on their own terms. It can be a very stubborn energy here with the Four of Pentacles. It can be somebody that really, holds on to what they've got, holds on to the way they like things. Because you shake things up for this person, and then they start to feel like they don't know what the hell's going on, and they have no control. They don't like to let go of control, but it looks like they may have lost control in a situation with you. And now they might be kind of pondering and saying, holy shit, maybe I lost control. And now, here you are, the Emperor card, trying to figure out how to make peace, how to figure out how to rebuild things, right? But you might have been dealing with an unhealthy situation, or there could have been, drinking one night, and everybody decides to talk seriousness and get into a fight, irrationality, right? Or just things got heated. But I am seeing here that this is a learning curve. This is definitely something that may have gone too far. Somebody may have, lost control. But we're seeing somebody here that's, look, you got a fire energy. You got somebody here that's like, all right, so I said something, I said some shit, maybe I got mad, maybe I got feisty, but here I am, I'm coming back in. And you're getting, just maintain control, keep your shit together, right? It looks like you may have been dealing with, some unhealthy behavior at times, right? But the truth has to come up. The truth has to come out. You have to be able to speak your piece, and with the ones you love, is what I'm getting, Virgo. If you feel like you can't just be real and be comfortable and speak your piece with the ones you love, this is going to be a problem. But again, this doesn't mean this relationship can't work. It's just, there's going to be these heated moments, and it does look like your person can be dramatic and, has jealousy, right? This could even be jealousy issues or anger issues, right? They don't want to be called out, and you're showing up as an empress. So it looks like you just doing your thing, right? You weren't doing anything, out of the ordinary, So what do they want with you? You got Aries energy. You have a Scorpio energy. You definitely have Aries energy showing up. All right, let me roll the dice. Oh, I already rolled the dice for you. Sorry. And we have fire energy showing up for you. Now, this person really wants to ground things and make things work, all right? This person values you. You got the Nine of Pentacles, and that's Virgo energy too. I mean, they respect you. This person, respects what you have to say. You are showing up here as head of the household. So it's like you got your shit together. All right. And now this person might have to kind of deal with their own, uncertainties, their own, problems that they are building for themselves or that they built for themselves, you know, dealing with their own aftermath or dealing with some of their issues, right? So you may have to deal with somebody for a little bit who feels like you never know when they're going to lose it. You never know when they're going to get upset with this energy right here. And it can really feel unstable for you. All right. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who, like I said, sometimes the challenge of a Three of Cups or something can be an unhealthy relationship. But sometimes it can just be we were hanging out, drinking too much, get to that first bottle, we're loving each other, and we're hating each other and bringing up every bad memory that could possibly be, right? And then we pass out. But the Nine of Pentacles is looking like healing energy. I really want to make this work, right? So we got to figure this out. What does Spirit want you to know? We got the Two of Wands, all right? And I also see the Nine of Swords. So what I'm seeing here is it got to be a completion of something. Somebody coming in asking for forgiveness. Somebody maybe realizing that maybe they overreacted to a situation, and also that they have a hard time opening up. Right, this person doesn't like to lose control or doesn't like to be called out, and so it could be there was, you know, they overreacted. And I do see an energy of I'm wanting to reach out to you, I'm wanting to connect to you, and hopefully, you know, this person feels some shame or some embarrassment or some guilt, or, you know, definitely felt triggered, really felt triggered. Now, just take the words that resonate. But the Two of Wands is saying, you know, we still have some growing to do here. We have potential in this relationship, but we definitely cannot keep going down this road. We keep going down this road. Virgo, it's making it seem like, yeah, maybe you're a little overbearing. You could be over controlling. The Emperor card, you know, definitely. Maybe, you know, you are serious, and the Strength card can also be you have a lot of confidence and sometimes you come on too strong. You know, sometimes that can be it, you know, very military energy. You know, but to make this work, both of you guys have to be able to be comfortable with that, right? And I am seeing gentleness. So this person may be coming back in, but it could be using a gentler approach, because you guys are completely opposite. And it looks like somebody might be really sensitive is what I'm getting over here. You know, you might be dealing with somebody that gets hurt really easy, gets triggered really easy, and just very, you know, sometimes emotionally unstable, you know, so take it as it is. And I do see the next 2 weeks could be healing. You got the Sun card. That's your birthday, right? There could be really good times coming in, especially around your birthday. But the Sun card is talking about growth. This situation that you're currently dealing with is helping this relationship grow. All right. And it just sounds like, it feels like it's just it went too far. Something went too far. But it looks like your Sun card is here to help heal it and help it grow. Leo energy here as well. All right, let's see Aries through Pisces. And this is going to look more into what's going on here. There we go. Show. This is going to look more into the person that's on your mind. Okay, so Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You know, just choose, you know, what feels right. Don't choose too many because it could confuse you. All right, Aries through Pisces for Virgo. All right, one more deck. Aries through Pisces for Virgo. All right. Don't forget, if you want to read it, you can always check out my website. I just redid it, frankiestarot.com. It's definitely up and running and working. All right. Aries, if you're connected to an Aries, thoughts, Queen of Wands, feelings, 10 of Wands, and 4 Swords, you. All right, so you might be dealing with an Aries that exploded or overreactive, right? That's Tower energy. All right, this can be somebody here that's very spicy, gets stressed, may not realize that they come on strong, or not realize that, you know, they have a presence about them that can be, you know, fierce, right? They are the warrior, the soldier. Right, but they're the Queen of Wands, right? It just seems like they got some heavy energy and they feel stressed about the situation. Now, the Four of Swords is, you know, a little bit of rest, recoup here. You guys might be taking a little bit of a break, but it's it'll do the heart good. All right, so we are seeing that it'll make this relationship better. You're always on my mind. All right, so I'm always thinking about where things can go, thinking about reconnecting, and listen to the guidance of your soul, Virgo, when it comes to this. You know, you guys are attracted to one another, but there's some very heavy energy. Things get, you know, they can be very, they might be resentful or have anger issues. Who knows? Or just like say things, snap and say things, right? And so this could really wear you out at times, right? But this is a relationship that is testing you, but it looks like you guys have some sort of connection and want to make it work. Right, Taurus, Queen of Pentacles. Taurus over here doing their business. Right, the King of Swords, their feelings, and the Queen of Cups. All right, you. So we're seeing here. I don't know if there's, you know, there's two queens here showing up, right? But their thoughts about you is they respect you, their feelings, all right? They kind of keep their feelings back. They're kind of judging the situation, taking a look. You might be more emotional than your Taurus. All right, so I do see that we have a mediator here in the middle, right? That's how I'm going to look at it, right? We have somebody who's, but earth and water really work well together, and you're showing up with the watery energy. So what I'm seeing, there's a chance here to compromise and find a sense of peace, but it's definitely, there's a power struggle here. Your Taurus feels like they're right, you feel like you're right, all right? You feel a certain way, and so do they, all right? So there could be a compromise coming in. But I like this energy. It looks like you guys just got to talk something out and try and figure out what's going on. Your Taurus might be, you're both sensitive, all right? Very sensitive. I find you incredibly attractive. And we're seeing taking charge, being bold, all right? So it looks like stepping into your power. It looks like Taurus really has their eye on you. Maybe they're thinking about, they don't show you how they feel, or they're not the type to, every Taurus I know is not going to tell you how they really feel about you verbally for a long time, all right? They're going to feel it out. They need to feel safe and peaceful and comfortable. And it looks like your energy's on their mind too, and they have feelings for you. So this seems like a newer Two of Wands energy, and it looks like you guys have potential. That's how I'm going to read that, right? It looks like, you know, you got them thinking about you. Gemini, King of Pentacles, their feelings, Knight of Pentacles, and you, the Hierophant. So you got them really serious about focusing on long term. All right, we have, you feel at home. You feel like home to a Gemini. They just need a little more time. All right, so there could be some procrastination, or you feel like they're procrastinating. You feel like things are moving slow, but before you know it, you guys could actually end up in a serious connection, serious relationship. Cancer, the Magician, the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. So you're manifesting in maybe an apology. It looks like your Cancer really misses you. Our story isn't over yet, and we have a new beginning coming in. It's letting go of the past, and I am seeing manifestation. So they've got you on their mind, and neither of you really like the distance between the two of you. So you have communication coming in. And we have Leo, Eight of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Seven of Cups. So you've got Leo like very passionate about you, all right? Desire you. You're the one they want to be with. And, you know, we're seeing Seven of Cups. I really dream about the potential of this connection. So maybe they're kind of keeping you guessing, all right? You know, it is saying this was just a fling, all right? But no, that was the first impression. I'm seeing you've impacted this person. You made an impression on this person, and this is more than just a fling. They may have been keeping their options open, but it looks like it's starting to turn into something a little bit more passionate. Libra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, Virgo, 9 of Wands. All right, Virgo is like, come on, man. All right, 3 of Swords, a little bit of a setback here. All right, and we have the 8 of Pentacles, but not for long. All right, Virgo, you know, you've been through it. You're like, come on, man. I'm always having to be a warrior here, be a champ. I'm always having to fight for everything. I'm the strong one here. All right, come on, everybody, grow pair, right? So Virgo is saying, like, I've been through the fire. Enough's enough. Right. And it looks like you're feeling really hurt, though. It looks like somebody has hurt you, or, you know, you feel like this separation, you're still trying to figure out, you know, it's stressing you out. You're tired, you're worn out, you know, but you're Virgo, and I got an 8 of Pentacles. It looks like you're working things out. You're fixing things, healing things. Things are going to turn out better than you think, right? This is saying don't give up. All right. You know, and I'm getting, I don't know what I want right now. So you're Virgo here, really thinking in their thoughts, all right? But you will hear from them. They're in their head and they're not listening to their heart right now, which is why the 3 of Swords is here. All right. So I do see communication coming in, Virgo. And you've got somebody here still on the fence. That's what the holdup is. Libra, Knight of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords, all right? So you got a Libra coming in, likes your attention, wants your attention, but you don't trust them, all right? And finances are a problem, though. So they're giving you some sort of feeling, but it might have nothing to do with what you really think it is, right? It could be work. You know, you got somebody who's very ambitious, very stubborn, and, you know, very independent. So your Libra could really be dealing with work-related stuff, in professional stuff, and you may be feeling like there's something else, or they're dealing with somebody at work, or they're connected, but I don't think that's the case here. All right, I just feel like their finances, their work is a problem, and they're taking it out, or you're feeling like there's something wrong with you. Scorpio, Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the 8 of Cups. All right, Scorpio, very, very attracted to you, but very fun and flirty. They kind of keep you hanging, and you don't know what to do. You're thinking, do I move on? Do I walk on? But there's so much I want to tell you. As you're trying to move away from a Scorpio, they're stuck on you. Look, there's a lot of obstacles, pressure, power struggles, demands, and resistance with your Scorpio. All right, but you know, maybe it's a fight worth fighting, because, you know, every time you try to go, this person come chasing after you. All right. So it looks like you guys have something to work out here. There's something here for you two to figure. All right. You both want it. Sagittarius, we're seeing 4 of Pentacles. So there's that control thing, right? And the Justice card. So Sag feels like you owe them an apology, or they're holding back. And, you know, the 10 of Cups, you know, maybe you know, the way they look at you is like, I really care about you. I really want to be with you. Or I see a relationship with you. Right? I have a hard time opening up though. So I do get this energy of maybe jealousy. I don't know if there's another relationship going on, but it feels like I want to make things balanced. I want us to be in a commitment. I want to make things right. But I'm seeing destiny may have taken you guys down different paths, and it's changing you guys. Something's really changing between the two of you. There's an intense attraction between the two of you. So if you are in a relationship, or your Sagittarius is in a relationship, it seems like no matter what, you guys are not letting go of each other. Capricorn, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups. Capricorn just wants to work things out. You know, I want to invest in this. I see growth. I see potential between us. You make me happy, but I feel like I'm not good enough for you. And I am seeing you're so close to achieving your goal. You guys just need to tweak a few things, and you guys are going to find yourself settling in nicely. I see a possible long-term relationship with your Capricorn. Aquarius. We're seeing Temperance card, 4 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups, right? So you might get bored with this one. All right, the Temperance card says, they want patience. They're just kind of going with the flow, doing their thing. It seems like, you're always waiting on conversation. You're not sure if they're interested. Sometimes they may show up, sometimes they don't. I mean, there is a relationship potential here with Aquarius, but it's going to take some time. And the 4 of Cups, it's like they don't know what they want. But I feel, look at this, I feel empty without you. So maybe I'm reading that. It's like, a matter of time. I don't want you to go anywhere. I want to be with you, but you got an Aquarius that has to figure out where their path is and what they want. I see Pisces energy, so I do see somebody who's confused, who's, visionary, trying to see what they want in their own path. They dream, but they also can be an escapist. So they might try to, block out their problems. Pisces, 7 of Pentacles, the Sun card, and the 7 of Wands, all right? So, I feel like you're defensive with a Pisces, but Pisces here has really got some plans. They really care about you. They think highly of you and see the potential of this relationship going somewhere. All right, looks like it's going to be challenging, right? With you here, the 7 of Wands, you got to put a step forward. Maybe you have to work a little harder for this one, because they challenge you. They are your opposite, but I love you. Right? Pisces loves you. And I see trying. So I'm seeing this relationship coming into harmony and you both will benefit from it. So let's see your yes or no. Let's see. Yes or no. I don't know what's wrong with this. I'm hitting show and it's all right. Yes or no? I just want to flip on there. You got the 8 of Wands. You have a yes. You have Mercury showing, movement, communication, talking things out. And you have Sagittarius, all right? So things really moving fast. Some news, some travel coming in. So the answer is yes to your question. I love you guys. I will see you next in membership. And thank you guys for being here with me. I liked what somebody said here earlier. About doing rituals. Were you asking, for me, if we do rituals on the thing? Because I do, and I've thought about doing that, bringing that into the membership. But I've got so many plans and so many things that I got to do one thing at a time. I love all this stuff. I love all of this. All right. So I will see you guys soon. See you in about 15 minutes. You guys are amazing. And yeah, so I am making candles for the season, and I'm making Zodiac candles, and I'm making candles for the winter solstice. All right. And so that's why I was thinking, that along the lines, but it's too much to do at once. It's taken me a couple of years to even get all this together. But I am making candles for that. See you later. Love you guys.